All right, so this is part 3 of the A major 145 walking bassline progression stuff. So ideally, you've looked at the first two videos, you've got those basics down, and this one is going to be the walking line from the second video. So it'll be those shapes, but we're going to double up the notes. So that you just play each note twice. So So nice and slow like that. That's kind of the groove. That we're going for. And when you're playing this, actually jamming with people, that'll sort of be like dictated by the drummer, whatever kind of like groovy thing they put down, just follow along with that. And then we're going to do the same thing for the D. So and it'll be the same thing for the E. But for this, you're going to want to start trying to actually put it into like a 12-bar blues format. And again, like maybe you'll be jamming something, it won't be 12 bars, but you basically want to play the 1 chord, go to the 4 chord, back to the 1 chord, and then the 5 chord, the 4 chord, and the 1 chord. Depending on your jam, you might throw a turnaround in there. But we'll do basically like the full progression. So we'll start on the 1. So we got the yeah, you might do like, so you add in the 4th fret of the E, which we haven't played in any of these shapes yet, but it's a cool little thing to add in for a turnaround. And when switching to the next chord, I'm not playing the root note of the chord when I'm descending through the shape. So that's the note that I wouldn't play the root note after that. I would end that shape on that note, because then the root note of the next shape is right next to it. So I'm gonna end on that one, because then when I go back to the 1 chord, I'm gonna play the root note twice. we look at. So it's just the root note. So yeah, it's the 5th fret, 5th fret again, and then you're going to go 4th fret, 5th fret. So A flat, A. And then on that, again, jamming, like in an actual context, the drummer and the guitar player would really punch in on those with you, so they do the full, like, A major chord or whatever they're doing. Maybe it's just a power chord on the guitar. The drummer, whatever they want. Maybe they want to hit cymbals on that and like stop it right away. Maybe they want to hit the skins or the snare and the hi-hat at the same time. Whatever they want to do. You know, they could hit a little splash if they wanted. Or they could throw in a blast beat, you know. Whatever your heart desires. As long as you're having fun with it. So that's one option for a turnaround. And another one is that we talked, I think, about in the first video, where it's like, which is the 5th, 6th, 7th fret on the A. So that could do go back to the 1. Throwing it in somewhere. It's an option. You'll figure it out in a moment. Or something like that. That's one option, something like that. And then that's another kind of cool one too. You slide past the E note for your 5 chord, you're 1 fret higher, so 1 semitone above, and then you go down to the 5th. And then you can do a few notes on your 5 chord, just kind of building it back up to going back to the 1 chord. Something like that. So yeah, that playing each note twice, stopping on the 3rd note of that scale shape, instead of going back to the root note of it, and then you switch to the next chord and throw on some turnarounds, and yeah, not too complicated. The other thing you could do for kind of like a walk down thing from the 5 chord to the 4 chord, instead of playing the full shape, you could just do like part of it. So you got, and you end on that, and then you go to the next one and do the same. Something like that. So yeah, the 5 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord, and then you do 7th fret A to 4th fret on the D, back to 7th fret on the A, and then you can do that chromatic walk up from the first one. So one more time, that cool sort of down turnaround. 4 chord, 1 chord, and then the whole thing would restart. And you could even throw that in too. So that last thing I did on the 1 chord for the turnaround, you could just play each shape with that pattern instead. And you can mix and match however you want throughout it, just to keep it interesting and have fun with it. Yeah, and don't forget the slides. Throw those in every now and then too. It's good fun. Alrighty, so 3 parts for that, 1, 4, 5, kind of blues jams. Once you get it down in the key of A, then just move it around. Take everything you did here, do it in the key of whatever you want. C would be another pretty popular one. E is pretty popular too. A and E, pretty popular, but yeah, like literally just mess around with it, every other one. Try it out, have fun. Cool. Alright, enjoy.